Hello, this is David Dean, and I've been wanting to get out a new series on trap tunnels and finally getting to it, but I really wanted to start at the very basics. So this is a video for somebody who has never done trap tunnels or just never really played the game before. I'm going to try to do it as basic as possible, and then I will do future videos how to specialize your character out to make your trap tunnels more powerful, how to do better trap tunnels, and all other good things. But this is just the very basic video. And starting off, we're going to move away from that spawn over there, which evidently did see me already. So we'll just throw down a Teddy, let him take care of it. For traps, in this game there is a ton of different traps, but I can do this entire game with just these 6 traps, soloing everything all the way up to Twine Peak Storm Shield Defense number 10. Also, for like really the best data and information for concerning everything in the game, including traps, there is a spreadsheet done by White Sushi, and I'm going to have that down in the description box. So if you want all that information, just click on that. But I'm going to go through my favorite traps, what I use them for. Yes, there is a ton of other traps, and I will get to those in other videos. But in truth, I could get through the entire game without those. I don't think I could get through the entire game without these 6 right here. My absolute favorite trap in the game is launchers, whether it's wall launcher or a floor launcher. And this was very strange when I came into the game, and that I started right at the beginning. Everybody was focused on max damage on traps, and all they cared about was how much damage they put out and putting up as many as possible. I went a different route where I wanted the trap tunnels as small as possible, but basically I trapped the husk in the trap tunnels using launchers and stun and slowing, and then the trap tunnels just eat them up. So that is what the wall launchers are for, and we'll see it right in my first trap setup. We're going to use them quite a bit. For perks, if I mainly solo this game, mainly levels 10 to 15 higher level than me, so I like going 3 impacts and 2 reloads. If you are going with a team of people and the husks are lower in level, then you probably want to go with 3 reload speeds and 2 impacts. Then my next favorite trap in the game is my only trap that does nothing but damage, and that is the ceiling gas trap. This thing right now, it's the only ceiling trap I really like in the game, and this is due to the fact, if you're not there yet, after a little while of gameplay, you will have these little hummingbird shielder husks flying around, and they will attach themselves to one husk, and they will either give that husk a personal shield, or it will create a dome shield around that husk, which also affects other ones. And that shield protects husks from most weapons and from most traps. So you really want those shielders down, and nothing takes them out faster than the gas traps. And everything else is taking damage also. So that's why, to me, the gas trap is an absolute must-have. For the damage traps, which for me, out of these 6, are the gas trap, the retractable floor spikes, and wall dynamos. It's pretty much always on damage traps. What you want is damage, reload, crit, rating, and crit damage to really max them out. I just don't have enough RePerks to set up all my traps like that quite yet. This is a good build, but yeah, if I could change it up, I would change it to crit rating, crit damage, and reload. And then on a ceiling gas trap, for the 6th perk, you definitely want effect duration. The damage here given, this is a damage over time, and this is just 1 tick. And when you first get it, it has 6 ticks, and when you get the effect duration, it goes up to 7 ticks. So yeah, tons of damage, and you'll see it, just absolutely awesome. And then my third favorite trap is this one that just doesn't look like it belongs here. The others, I all want them legendary and as high as possible. The wooden floor spikes, I don't care about how much damage they do. And leveling them up only changes the amount of damage they do because they do so little damage. It really doesn't make that much of a difference. Plus, it uses less materials when you're using a lower rarity of them. What I use these for is that they slow the husk down roughly 30% going through the trap tunnel. Well, if the husks are moving 30% slower, then all the other traps are eating up that husk while they're trapped in the tunnel. Plus, the slower the husk move, the more freedom you have to do whatever you need to, whether it is shooting, rebuilding, taking a nap, whatever it is. These just help so much. After this, then you got the wall dynamos. And I like the wall dynamos and the retractable floor spikes for the same reason. They are both high damage and high impact. So the dynamo is going to do a lot of damage to the husk, but it also has a chance of staggering that husk. So for just a little bit, whoop, back in the stats, stun time. For a half a second, it's stunned. And that might not seem like a long time, but you add that up to getting stunned by the dynamos, getting stunned by the retractable floor spikes, where they do a knockback a little bit. And then the wall launcher, all of that is slowing down the husks, so they're getting eaten up in that trap tunnel. And then we also have, as I said, the launcher. You'll see this. This is great for cliffs, around cliffs, or around the base of the objective where you put up a 45. It hits the husk up in the air. The husk hits that 45 and goes shooting out, and I will be showing that. So what we have here is an encampment. No, I don't really suggest building trap tunnels for encampments, but we're going to use it as our recharging spawn point. My first trap tunnel build is for any time you have a ramp going up like this. Just really quick, section it off. And with this encampment, we should have some spawns down here, but we'll also be shooting them off with launchers down here. So when they come back up to get me, they come through here. Right here, we put a half wall, forcing the husk to walk over half the length of the floor tile. And just so they don't cut around this side, we will put a corner right there, and then a ceiling. So when they come through here, we're not even going to worry about damage first. First thing is to send the husk flying. The most important thing. Then next, I actually need to make some of these. I have higher level ones, but in truth, these are the ones I would prefer making if I was starting in the beginning. Alright, I need to put up a gas trap so we can take care of these guys. There we go. Through a turret. Meant to hit the heel. But that'll work just as good. But yeah, so this is all we have here for this trap tunnel with the slowing spikes here. So just in this one tile area, they walk in, slowed 30%. They get hit for high damage and they get staggered. Then they got a wall launcher that sends them flying backwards. Don't be setting off the encampment. And then they got the gas trap doing a damage over time effect on them. So, and that's all just to get around this corner to come up again. And as you will see, not many will get up there. Alright, we got the husks there. They're going to be coming through here. And anytime you got a cliff or you got a building that you can take out the basement, you can put up wall launchers here. Everything that comes walking through here are susceptible to the wall launchers. You kind of want to put a half wall. I try to actually use the half walls as little as possible. Some people will put 3 of them here. I just put 1 on the end. And that's because I like running through the trap tunnels to repair them and adding anything that gets destroyed. Now, what you do here is all up to you. You can do it a few different ways. You can do the floor launchers. And then you can either do backwards stairs like that, or you can do the ceiling piece and just change it so now it's a slant. Either way, you get a 45. Doesn't matter. They both 760 health, 760 health. Makes no difference. And hey, we're going to send them flying. Come on, boom, off they go down, and now they're coming through the little trap area. No, they're not coming through the trap area, because they're dead. All right. And yeah, my voice is a little bit more gruff than usual. Actually starting to sound like Kyle. What the heck? We have visitors. All right, Teddy, take them out. I'm trying to explain things. So this is one way we can set this up. We're going to run it with this. One thing, the melee husk will come right towards me. The range husk will try to get an angle on me. So what I'm going to do is just throw up 2 walls with 2 stairs behind them. And that will help force the range attackers to come in over here. So let's see what happens. Got a few. There's the spawn. Nothing spawned down below. Come on, wake up. I'm over here. There they go flying. Yeah, can't hit me if you can't see me. But yeah, you can see we got a few husks getting through. And one of the reasons for that is that my launchers on the floor and the wall launchers have the same reset time. So I really should change that up so they have a different... Wait. Oh, I ran too far. But yeah, everything down here was getting eaten up. And actually, what I will do, set this up with the jump pad. Hoo-ha. Trying to set this. Yeah, we'll do that. Wake up, guys. Alright. Jump on up. Off they go flying. They did change it up a little bit how far they have to fly before they'll take damage. So yeah, with just 2 tiles there, we're getting maybe about 10% or less of the husks actually getting through. He's a fast little guy. He should go down, and everything should be getting eaten up down here. Yep. And let's move a little further to reset that thing. And it's back. Now the other way you can set this up, and one thing, don't get too hung up. You can do traps however you want. You can change them up. Some people just totally flip out if you don't do them the way they want them done. Don't really worry about those people. Do some experiment, have some fun. Alright, so those are destroyed. If you want to, instead of having the launcher, you can have floor spikes to slow them down, and then gas traps to eat them up. So now you'll send some flying, and you'll also be killing some also. It all depends on what traps you got leveled up, which ones you like to use. And the thing is, it's a DOT, so even if they get knocked off after getting hit by the gas, they're still taking all that damage. Alright. Blaster trying to get me. He might get me there. But they're coming up. Yeah, that's eating everything up. No issue, no problem. Let's go ahead and reset it. Okay, so that's how you do it around traps, around cliffs, around basements, things like that. We're going to go ahead and actually tear this all down. And then I just want to show you two other trap builds that are really my bread and butter of getting through everything in the game. As far as storm shield defenses and such. And that is the 2x1s. And get that there, and actually we will put that back. And a ceiling. So you have one square here. What I want them to do is to come and then come out over here. And if there is a floor over here, and actually that's the way I normally have it, so I'll set it up that way here. Usually you have the ground there. And then I'm going to put in the walls, but we're going to make them half walls. So that's the building. Just 2 tiles long, 1 wide. And this has been an absolutely amazing building. Taking out smashers and husky husks. No issue, no problem. Need a few more of those. All right. And get the wall launcher, gas traps, and the spikes. And yeah, so they come in here, hit by the 2 dynamos, which staggers them, gets hit by the wooden floor spikes, which slow them, get hit by the gas that starts doing damage and takes out any shielders. They get hit by the gas a second time. They get hit by the retractable floor spikes, which also stun them again, and then do damage. And then they get to the launcher, which sends them right back out, and they have to come back in and do it again and again and again. And if you don't believe me, we shall do it right now. So come on. Boom. We got company. Bad timing. Alright, I got to make sure I don't kill all of these. Oh, I went too far out? Cool. We'll send these guys through the tunnel. The opposite way. And you can see a husky husk. He just barely made it through. And now he's gone. What the heck? We got more company. We got all kinds of friends today. Take them out. And that one. Which gets into etiquette around trap tunnels. Do not stand in the trap tunnels when fighting. Do not throw grenades into the trap tunnel when there is exploders. Because you will blow up the trap tunnel. If there is lobbers that do building damage, like right here, and you're standing in the trap tunnel or on top of the trap tunnel, then the lobbers will destroy the trap tunnel trying to get to you. And we got more. Here comes the shielder. I actually want the shielder to come in. We want that guy too. I don't want them walking up the side. Or actually, that would be better. Come on, Husk. Wanted to test this out on some higher hit point Husk. Just to show how effective it is. Although they are extremely slow. Come on in. So gas trap goes off, shielder is gone, husky husk down by 25%, down to nothing, got hit by the launcher, and toast. So yeah, that is how that works. That works amazingly well. We don't even have to do that again. But let's go ahead and tear this down to show you. Actually, this time we do want this one out. And I will show you the last trap we're going to do for this video. Come on, go away. And let's see. We actually want to keep that dynamo there. And I'm just taking this out so you don't get confused between what I'm doing. But these things are also modular. You can tag them together. You can keep building on them. Obviously here you could just put a gas trap out over the front of it before they even start. And you could do more traps in the back of it. Let's see. Just going to take that out. Just to make it easier. Alright. This is what I use if I have them. Because that one was a straight run. But a lot of times people ask, well, what if it's a diagonal? like the objective is back here and the husk are coming from that direction. This is for diagonals. And not part of the 2x1. So now we got a 2x1 here. Once again, gas traps up on the top. And once again, our last wall launcher will be here. So we put the half wall right here. It's going to knock them back over here. The wall launcher here will hit them and send them back out here. They're also getting hit by the dynamo, getting hit by the retractable floor spikes, and by the dynamo. So, let's go. Come get me. Come on. You two. You over there. And let's see what actually gets through here. And this time we can actually kill them all off if we want to. Range attackers are taking a little bit longer. Gotta hide from them. But yeah, not a single one is getting through. We got the blasters. I need to get further back, but then I'm afraid I'll reset it. Here they come in and out they go. He's trying to get an angle. And the thing is, for the blaster, I can run up and he'll stop in the trap tunnel, and then they get eaten up some more. We'll go ahead and reset it. But as I said, these things are modular. After this, you could just add in another tunnel here, doing whatever traps you want. But the basis of pretty much all my trap tunnels is the 2x1. And then for the corners, whether it's uphill or downhill, it is this right here. So I hope that helps with how to set up trap tunnels. Once again, you really don't want to stand in them. You want to stand back, and I will address that more in one of my future videos, where if you got the objective back here, what I want is a small build around the objective, a kill area that's open and easy to see everything in, and then a trap tunnel closer to the spawn that thins out the herd, allowing only about 5% of the husk to actually make it through, and that is what you're killing in the kill area. But take care. I look forward to your comments, and have an amazing day.